Welcome back to the Untouchaballs podcast. Caden and Evan here, bringing you our 2026 first round NFL no trade mock draft. Dwyer, how we doing today?
Excited, Caden. Excited. Finally here.
Yeah, it's finally here. This will be coming out the day before the NFL draft. First round might be, a weaker class than we've seen in recent years, but still should be interesting. Definitely more of a defensive heavy type of class, more of the studs there. So yeah, we're gonna go through just like you've seen on this the last couple of years where we're going to go 1 through 32, give our pick prediction for each of these. It is going to be no trade like we usually do. So expect a lot of this, to be off, to be wrong, because you and me both, Dwyer, were talking a little bit before. We expect a lot of trades to happen on draft night. We don't have any of those happening. We just have in a world where every team
What we
sticks
know.
and picks. This is what we think is going to happen. So,
Yep.
yeah, you ready to get this thing started?
Let's go, baby.
Number one to the Las Vegas Raiders, Fernando Mendoza.
Yeah. Yeah. I would like to see the odds on that.
Okay.
1,000. You
Yeah, I
know,
mean,
they
we'll
go
pull it up.
literally.
No,
Yeah.
no, no, we'll pull it up. Give you a little Mendoza spiel.
The Raiders. They got their man, dude. They lost that game against the Giants. They got their man. Um, they're gonna really have. I mean, they're praying that this is the thing that's gonna pick them up. Their savior. Um, yeah. I mean, you look at other first overall picks at quarterbacks. I feel like he hasn't. He doesn't have that same thing that
He's
Goff
minus
does with him.
20,000.
All right, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. I mean, yeah, I feel like he's still a consensus 1-1. Yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. I feel like we're gonna have to see with him how he does with the Raiders, but it seems pretty consensus is happening.
Yeah, I mean, Raiders need a quarterback. Mendoza, by far and away, it seems like is the best quarterback in this draft class. Good size, had an amazing season for the Hoosiers, obviously. He's able to come in, win the Heisman, win the national championship, show what he could do against some of those top Big Ten defenses. And yeah, I mean, 6'5", like 225, mobile enough guy. And yeah, you're going to the Raiders. They brought in Kirk Cousins too, so you have two Kirk Cousins on this roster now
Mm,
once the draft happens. But I do think it's a good move. The Raiders obviously still need a lot more help than just Mendoza, but it's a right step forward for the Raiders to try to get back to relevancy.
100%.
Now this is kind of where the draft starts. Who do you have the Jets taking at number two here?
Yeah, so I have them taking David Bailey here at number two. I saw some recent reports saying that a lot of teams are getting ready, be prepared that he's going to go number two to the Jets. Either way, I feel like if it isn't him, we're going to be seeing a defensive player picked here.
Yeah.
Um, I don't think we see a Tate or something here. Jets just they need help everywhere. I mean, I feel like it's tough. I thought we talked about it last podcast how like defensive players, I feel like they're a little safer to gamble on than the offensive guys like that. I mean, you get a guy like Bailey, he's going to be a pass rusher for you for years to come. That's hopefully a Pro Bowler. So I think that's who they want to build their defense around.
Yeah, I mean, it does seem like it's either Bailey or who I have actually going to the Jets and Arvell Reese. It seems like it's me one of those two guys going to number two. I do think the Jets end up going. I mean, I know there's a lot more talk about Bailey. I do think they go Arvell Reese here. I mean, either way, I do think they're going edge. It's just with Arvell Reese, I mean, you get someone who has the potential to be someone like a Micah Parsons in a way, played not just strictly uh, edge in college, played a little bit of off-ball linebacker as well. He has that athleticism, has the speed. And the thing with David Bailey that it seems like a lot of NFL teams aren't scared about, and they still really like the potential with him. The one thing I'm kind of worried about with someone like a David Bailey is that he could end up being just a designated pass rusher in the NFL, where he's got the amazing speed move, but if he doesn't win with that, he doesn't really have anything else in his bag quite yet, and then he's just not great really at all against the run so far, or yet in his career. That I think the Jets want to take. I think probably the higher floor and just as good of a ceiling as David Bailey when it comes to pass rush with Arvell Reese there, number two, hoping that he can transition smoothly to a full time edge position. And even if he's can't, if they don't want him to be a full time edge, he's been a good off ball linebacker in his career. And you can do a little bit of both where you have him play the edge and still have him play off the ball some as well.
Mm. I mean, 100%. I mean, I guess I'll just go the 2-3 because I'm with you here. I have Reese going third here.
You haven't gone third.
Yeah, I haven't. I mean, it's gonna be interesting. I think that's gonna be a pick that could be moved here. But if the Cardinals stay here, yeah, I feel like they're kind of just like the Jets here. They need a guy, a pass rusher, something to build that defense around. And everything you said, everything there with Reese, that could be the guy to do it for him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you that I think this is definitely a trade down spot for the Cardinals. I think I've seen in reports they're definitely trying to look to move down here out of this spot. But if they do stick, can pick at 3, or even if they move down and it still falls the board their way, I think they go Francis Maui Noah here at 3, the tackle out of Miami. The best, like, true right tackle I'd say we have in this draft class. He's been really good with his time in Miami, good size, good arm length. Just can be kind of a day one starter there, right tackle for a Arizona Cardinals offensive line that desperately needs help. And if you can get your right tackle of the future and someone like Maui Noah, I think it'll be a good move there. Then they've been heavily linked to someone like Ty Simpson, so either we see them maybe trade back up into the late like 20s of the first round, or just stick and pick there at 35. I do think we could see a Ty Simpson maybe end up there, just obviously not at 3. And then with the hope that you have your future quarterback there, you want to help protect him, and that starts right there with Francis Mauigoa.
I like that pick. I like that pick. I feel like that's definitely like not a lot of people are going that high on Francis. Um, I got him later in my draft, but I guess we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah.
Um,
What about the Titans at 4? This one could go a lot of different directions.
Again, this is another one I feel like. Yeah, I mean, I think the 3 through 6 we don't really have any idea right now what's going to happen. If everything stays, I just have them taking Jeremiah Love here at 4. Um, I feel like you brought in Brian Dable. I feel like you saw last year, you number 1 overall pick in Cam Ward last year. Tough year for the kid. Tough year. You
Yeah.
got to get him some help. I mean, everywhere I think they need some help, but I mean, I think he's obviously the consensus top back here. That I mean, talk about the
Could I
Genties,
mean,
those guys. I mean, he could be,
depending on who you are, might be, in your opinion, the best player in the draft.
yeah, 100%. And I mean, most, I guess you could say, explosive weapon in the draft. I think that's fair to say, or like,
Yeah, one hundred
yeah.
percent.
So, um, I think yeah, I don't think there's a way, trade or no trade. I think he's definitely gonna go top 5, and yeah, I think that if he's there, Titans will take him.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. I think he goes top 5. Like if he even, let's say he gets past the Titans, very well think the Giants could end up sticking picking at 5 and taking him. But I'm with you. I think the Titans at 4, they go and take Jeremiah Love. It could be interesting because at least on my board, David Bailey's still there. I could see them going and trying to improve their pass rush. Go Bailey there at 4, and then Love falls. But even so, I think yeah, you got to get your number 1 overall pick from last year. Any weapon, a weapon like Tony Pollard and Tyjae Spears, just they don't cut it. Tony Pollard's old and not great anymore. Tyjae Spears is always hurt, it seems like, and nothing special when he's there. So if you can get a true number 1 back as someone as explosive as him, like you said, Dwyer, it just could be a really good fit to try to help this Titans offense move in the right direction. You have Dayball, who orchestrated a very, I mean, what year was that? 21 with, or 22, whatever, with Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley, had an incredible offense there that year for the Giants, and try to do that with Dayball and the entire Titans bald coaching staff.
Hmm.
You seen that?
No,
Dayball came in and I think their entire coaching staff now is bald.
that's kind of crazy.
So yeah, the balds are gonna put their noggins together and get Cam Ward some help. Jeremiah Love at 4.
I like it. Um, all right, number 5. I have your boy here. I'm sure you'll be talking about him. This pick or coming up here soon, but I have Sonny Styles. Sonny Styles coming out of Ohio State here. I feel like the Giants obviously trading. They get 2 picks here in the top 10. Um, I think without a doubt we see either 1 or 2 are definitely going to be defensive picks. I think without a doubt. And I think Styles would fit them perfectly here. Kind of played that like hybrid role kind of in college. He played a little bit of safety, linebacker. He just kind of did everything. Um, Kind of like I feel like he's a guy you could build your defense around, like we're kind of saying with those other guys. Um, Obviously did a little different position, but um, yeah, I like him here.
No, I think the Giants, I mean, they've been recent days. They've been linked to someone like Jordan Tyson. They've been linked to Jeremiah Love, but Love gone at 4. I don't think you take Tyson at 5. So yeah, I have Sonny Styles here. I mean, they've also been linked to both the Ohio State guys in Styles and Caleb Downs. And while linebacker and safety aren't usually the most prioritized positions in draft classes, in a weaker class, someone like Styles definitely pops in. I think the Giants would be very happy to take him at 5. Where I mean, we didn't talk about linebackers last week when we were talking about draft prospects, but I still think it would be remiss not to mention what Sonny Styles did at the combine, where measured in a 6'5", 244, and then ran a 4'4", 640, 156 10-yard split, and then had a 43.5-inch vertical, best ever for a linebacker, and then an 11.2 broad jump. So sub 4.5 speed, insane athleticism. And yeah, you said he played some of that hybrid role for Ohio State in college. Some people I've seen try to compare maybe a little bit to Isaiah Simmons when he was coming out, but just Sonny Styles, he's an all-around better prospect than Isaiah Simmons was coming out. He's also more of a true just linebacker where Simmons was, especially with his size, a little more just of an in-betweener between the two. Styles will be able to stick, play a linebacker day one, and just be a really key contributor to this Giants defense that desperately needs some help, especially after trading away Dexter Lawrence.
I doubt.
What do you got the Brownies doing at 6?
So yeah, I think the Browns here. I think this is where we see our first wide receiver taken here. I think this is where Tate goes if they stay here. I mean, yeah, they had absolutely no help for Shadur last year. Same thing with the Giants and Titans. Honestly, most of these teams in the top 10, they just don't got weapons.
For sure.
And our consensus number one wide receiver we both had, and a lot of people have. I think this is where he goes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I think Carnell Tate is a great fit for the Browns. You know, if you're the Browns, you keep him in state in Ohio, just coming over from there from Columbus to Cleveland. And yeah, he's a really good receiver, can definitely, I think, stick on the outside and gives whoever they decide to play at quarterback this year at least one option. I mean, not one option because I still love my boy Harold Fannin, so I'm gonna take that back. An actual option at the receiver position because you'll have Fannin, and then someone like Carnell Tate to try to be that number one for the future to either build up with the young quarterback or try to get Deshaun Watson back to being maybe an adequate quarterback in the NFL, depending on where they go there. Yeah, I think Carnell Tate seems like you see a lot of stuff if the Browns keep their 2 first-round picks that they'll go some combination of either some combination of wide receiver left tackle here in this draft. And while there has been some discussions that they might even go Caden Proctor here at 6, which I do think is a possibility, I think they do kind of wait for their back end first round pick to see if either a Monroe Freeling or a Caden Proctor is able to fall to them then. So I think they just take the first wide receiver off the board, probably the best wide receiver off the board in Carnell Tate there at 6.
There you go. Number 7, I have the guy you just mentioned at 3 overall, Francis.
Francis what?
Mauigoa. Muagua.
Maui Noah.
Mauanoa. No, it's a silent G. Um, yeah, I mean, Commanders, their offensive line was pretty bad last year. I mean, everyone was kind of worried with Daniels and stuff like that coming out of college. Oh, is he going to get hurt? You know, careful with injuries and stuff. We saw him get beat up last year. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
that elbow was really sticking out weirdly.
Yeah, really. So they're gonna have to need somebody to kind of pin that down. I feel like that'd be the perfect pick for him here. I think the Commanders are still a good team. I mean, it's only 2 years removed from having that really good
NFC Championship appearance.
run. I mean, I feel like the bulk of that team's still there. They're a little older, but I think this would be the perfect guy here to go out and get and protect your quarterback of the future.
Yeah. If we were doing trades, I think it'd be interesting. The Commanders, in my eyes, could be a team to maybe try to trade up to number 3 with the Cardinals, try to find a way to switch there. Because, I mean, I do think Jeremiah Love would be a great fit for this offense because they just don't have a running back. I mean, they also really do need receiver. So I was close to giving them Jordan Tyson because, I mean, you have Terry McLaurin and then no one else. Like Luke McCaffrey might be your number 2 receiver. It's a bad receiving core, but I did just go best defensive. Well, maybe not best, but one of the consensus top defensive players still on the board, and David Bailey going to the Commanders here at 7, where yes, their offense needs a lot of help, but that D line is not great by any means. I mean, they did not apply a lot of pressure last year. They just did not have, and they've already spent some money to try to help upgrade it this offseason, bringing in Adafe Owe to that big deal as well. But I think if you can get someone like David Bailey off the edge, who has the potential to be, like you said, with the Jets at 2, a Pro Bowl, All Pro level pass rusher, getting you double digit sacks this season, I think that's something that the Commanders just can't really pass up there at 7, which they do need, especially in a tough division like the NFC East. Some good pass rush to help slow down someone like a Jalen Hurts or a Dak Prescott could be huge. So I think David Bailey, if he gets there to 7, would be a great pick for the Commanders.
I love that there. Yeah, they get there. 8, I'm gonna go Ruben Bain Jr. out of Miami, our third edge rusher we had. I think I both had there.
Yeah,
I think the Saints.
actually, I had him too, but yeah,
You had him too. Oh, there you go.
yeah,
You like him even better. I think the Saints here, again, a lot of help. They could go a lot of ways. I could see him going wide receiver here, possibly. They only got a lot of weapons there for Tyler Shuck. Um, but I feel like also getting that linebacker, like you said, I feel like that could be a huge um, boost to their defense. The defense wasn't great last year. I mean,
no,
they're also in such a bad division too. Um,
yeah.
so I feel like they're one of those teams that can't really go wrong anywhere. So here we go.
Yeah, for sure. Bain definitely an interesting choice there. I did actually go receiver for the Saints here with Jordan Tyson. Kind of like I was saying with the Commanders, they have Chris Olave and then nobody else really to even get the ball to. So someone like Tyler Shuck, who looked good in his time once they started letting him actually play quarterback last year, because for some reason Spencer Rattler, they gave more burn. Still was weird. But I do think, yeah, if you think Tyler Shuck is the future, getting him another weapon opposite Chris Olave would be huge to see what you do have in him. So, yeah, Jordan Tyson, who, health permitting, in my eyes, like if injuries were turned off, he would be my number 1 wide receiver in this draft class. But injuries are not turned off, and he does have those concerns. Even still, it's been looking more and more like NFL teams aren't as concerned about what they're seeing and what they're hearing from him and his camp, that he's still going to be one of the top receivers taken, probably, or not probably, but could be over Mekhi Lemon, find himself in the top 10. I think 8 to the Saints, which, like you said, they need a lot of help. I think wide receiver is a huge need for them, and if you get someone like Tyson who could turn into even a better receiver than you already have in Olave, it could be huge to see if Shuck really is that future.
I like it. I see it because it's funny because he's my next pick here. I have the Chiefs taking him at 9. I think you said right there, has the skills to be the wide receiver 1. I think the Chiefs have really been missing that type of player. Obviously, go out and get Ken Walker to help Mahomes out when he's back. Got Justin Fields, JF1, QB1 starting to start the year probably if what's his name's not back, Mahomes.
Your boy.
My boy.
You still have faith.
Love him. Where's his, we got his rookie card right here, baby. Blowing up. No, yeah, but I think the Chiefs, long overdue. They've been looking for that guy, just that dude he can throw the ball up to and go get it, and just be a beast. And I feel like that would be the guy. I mean, if you have him, Worthy,
So like Kelsey.
got old man Kelsey. Yeah, I mean, I think that would fit perfectly. I know they're talking about possibly trading up to go get somebody, but I feel right there if they could do that. I mean, they could go defense too, but I feel like Tyson's there, kind of the same example with the Saints.
Yeah, I mean, you and me have our 8 and 9. We just have them flip flopped. You had Bain at 8, Tyson at 9. I have Tyson at 8, Bain at 9, because I think Ruben Bain would be an excellent addition to this Chiefs defense, which definitely was lacking some pass rush last year. Like, that defense just didn't look the same as it had in the last couple years last season, and they just didn't have that same pressure on the quarterback where Chris Jones was still good. George Karlaftis was fine, but I think Ruben Bain even better than Karlaftis was coming out of Purdue. Bain could be that elite edge rusher addition that this Chiefs defense could use. You get him on edge, takes some pressure off Chris Jones as well to help him get back to where he was just a couple years ago, maybe. I mean, Bain, one of the top edge rushers in the class. I did have him above David Bailey in our ranking last week, like you said. And I just think, yeah, he could be a very good fit for the Chiefs team, which, yes, they need wide receiver, but their defense got depleted this offseason. And I do think someone like Bain getting there at 9 would be huge for them.
I get 10. I got Caleb Downs going here to the Giants. You're kind of mentioning earlier, the Giants have been connected to him. Talked about him, gave him a ton of praise. He's going to be a beast in the NFL. Um, Make a surefire pick here. Who was the guy they drafted? They drafted a safety like that a little while ago. Peppers, right?
Jabril Peppers?
Didn't they draft him? Or somebody else?
Yes.
And he was
No,
kind of
I
a
think it
high.
was the Giants.
Was it Giants? I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I know he played with the Giants for a while, and then was with
Yeah.
the Pats the last couple years.
Yeah. Anyways, I think he was a higher round pick too, I believe. But
He
he might
was.
have been with the Browns, maybe. I don't remember. Either
He
way,
was with the Browns at some point as well. I think the Giants were the team that. I don't know. Keep going.
either way, yes, I think Caleb Downs is picked here. Yeah, I don't see him making it much farther down than 10 if you let him slip here. So there you go.
I mean, yeah. The only reason you will see him fall, even though in a lot of people's eyes and in my eyes, he's probably a top 3 player in this draft class. It's just because he's a safety and he's just not. That's just not like a valuable position in the NFL draft. Where yeah, Jabril Peppers was the 25th overall pick by the Browns in 2017.
Okay, and he went. Okay, never mind. High pick.
But I mean, yeah, I also have Downs here going to the Giants at 10. I think you get someone like the Sonny Styles Caleb Downs pair. It's perfect for what John Harbaugh is looking for. Where in Baltimore over the last couple of years, you loved Roquan Smith there in that linebacker role. While Sonny Styles, I'm not saying is going to be able to turn into someone like Roquan Smith. I think he has the ability. Roquan Smith is an amazing, amazing player, even though they are a little different. But the Caleb Downs, Kyle Hamilton, I mean, I think they could be used in very, very similar ways. Where the Ravens used, I think, a second round pick or late first round, I don't remember exactly, to get Kyle Hamilton out of Notre Dame. And then they used him basically like what they do, what it looks like is going to be done with Caleb Downs in the NFL, where you play him in the box more. He's able to get downhill well, throw him in the nickel some. And I think it's exactly what John Harbaugh style defense is looking for. And someone like Caleb Downs, who, yeah, top 3, in my eyes, probably the 3rd best player in this draft class overall. And then he's able to come into a defense with a mind like Harbaugh, who has used this type of player before. I think it's just the ideal fit, especially if you get Styles at 5 and then Downs falls to you at 10. I think it's just an all-around great fit to bolster up a weak defense.
Love it. Number 11. This is where I kind of get like, I feel like it's like really like, who knows? But I have that.
Sadiq?
Huh?
I said Sadiq? You got him going this high?
I got Mansour Delane.
Mansour Lane.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the Dolphins here. They took a D tackle last year. Kenneth Grant or something like that. I feel from out of Michigan. So I think this year I think they just keep attacking that defense. After newly signed Malik Willis, that offense. I mean, maybe we see them draft a wide receiver.
Also your boy.
Also my boy. Oh, he is my boy. Malik Willis can be a dog.
Him and Justin
No,
Fields
they
are
don't got
boys.
a good. They don't got a good. I don't like the coach they hired. I don't remember who they hired.
Halfley.
Yeah. Either way, I could see them going defense here. It makes sense in my eyes to go attack a DB. Tough position to go out and draft, but why not go get the top one on the board?
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I also have Mansour Lane going at 11 to the Dolphins. I think they really need help in the secondary. And Downs I think if Downs was there, they'd probably take him over one of the corners. But Downs does go at 10, and then, yeah, it's your pick between Mansour Lane and Jamal McCoy. It does seem like there might still be some injury concerns surrounding Jamal McCoy coming off that ACL. That the Dolphins come in, they take what's considered probably the best corner in the draft class in Mansour Lane. Had a great year at LSU last year to help bolster a very, very bad secondary to help start that rebuild. I mean, if you can get a corner 1 to help that rebuild, it really does help, kind of like with the Patriots being able to get Christian Gonzalez back in 2023.
Number 12, I got Cowboys taking Monroe Freeling, the O tackle out of Georgia. Feel like this Cowboys team's kind of been in a weird spot, especially last year. I mean, they got the core guys there. It's just like they need to fill those skill positions. I think defense would make a lot of sense here too. it just kind of depends on if like one of those top guys falls. I definitely could see them going defense then. But I mean, also this is a team that's been known for drafting O linemen in the first round. That's how they built their
For
teams in the
sure.
'90s, and they've done this even in the 2000s. You know what I mean? Or 2010s. So I see
And
them
I mean, someone like Tyler Booker last year.
exactly. So as long as Jerry Jones is there, they're gonna be drafting O line. So I could see it again here.
Yeah, no, I'm not against that. I do think it's very possible they try to keep bolstering up that O line. I do have them going defense, addressing that secondary, which was bad last year. Just no doubt about it. And they do go Jamal McCoy here at 12. They have Delane and Downs just lose out on them in the two picks before them. And with that, they end up going Jamal McCoy here at 12. Take the second best in our eyes corner in this year's draft, who 2024 was absolutely incredible for the Tennessee Volunteers. Then, yeah, had the ACL injury, missed all last season. It seems like he's getting healthy and going to be ready. It's just there's still a little bit of concern with that. Even still, he has the ability to be an elite outside cornerback for an extended period of time, and the Cowboys desperately need that. Where your guys who maybe you thought could be something in the secondary over the past couple of years have either just been hurt or just aren't that good. So you get someone like McCoy that really help lock it down. Which with the team, like you said, that has the pieces already to be a good football team, be a playoff team. They need that defensive weapon. If you can get someone like McCoy who could be a number one corner for a team that's already has a good offense, I think that's huge.
Mm, I like it. 13. The Rams, correct?
The LA Rams,
Yeah, they actually have a first round pick this year. I feel like they never do.
because of a trade with the Falcons.
Oh yeah.
Because the
Oh, last
Falcons
year.
traded up for
Yeah.
James Pierce last year.
Great move. Great move.
Hey, I like James Pierce coming out of college, but he might not play football again.
Yeah. Oh, he's that one. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
that one.
If he does play football again, you know he'll be a beast.
He'll be playing with Henry Ruggs.
Yeah. Uh. So yeah, Rams are kind of weird. I feel like they're gonna be like they're gonna take a weird pick. Like they're gonna like take like I'm calling it a bold prediction. They take like a wide receiver. Everyone's like what? But they're not gonna do that though. My pick. I think they go Sadiq here. I think Sadiq is
Kenny and
gonna come.
Sadiq.
Yeah, I mean they had one of the best. They had like the best offense last year. Why not keep ahead and do it? Go get themselves a beast at tight end. Um, Another throwing target for Stafford to go win his second consecutive MVP here. So yeah, give me Sadiq.
Hey, I also do think the Rams attack offense here add another weapon for Matthew Stafford, but I have it be Mekhi Lemon, the wide receiver out of USC. I mean, I think we talked about it a couple weeks ago when we were talking about the offensive prospects. When we had brought up even Mekhi Lemon, I think might have mentioned it, where it's like he can be a day one starter in the slot for this team. So you already have Puka outside. You have him in the slot and Devontae Adams, which is a great 1-2-3. You still have interesting options at tight end with someone like Tyler Higbee, great running duo with Kyron and Blake Corum. And the thing that you get with someone like Mekhi Lemon, yeah, he might not be the most utilized wide receiver over his first 1 or 2 years in the NFL, but Devontae Adams is definitely reaching the end of his career. Don't know how much longer he's gonna be able to be playing at this type of level that we even saw last year, especially with like the red zone targets and just being that type of threat that he was. Don't know how much longer we have that with Devontae. He's getting older. I think he's only under contract for 2 more seasons as well. That you bring in someone like Lemon, who can be your number three day one if Devontae gets hurt again. Slide in that number two role, I think, be very effective. And then once even Devontae's gone, I mean, I think him and Puka could be in a really nice wide receiver duo as well.
I like that pick. I do. I was looking at that. Um, I have him coming up here. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I got actually got him next. Sorry, I have him going to the
Mm.
Ravens here. At pick number 14. Yeah, go get Lamar some weapons. I know he has a similar build here to Hollywood Brown a little bit, kind of a smaller wide receiver like that. But
Still bigger than Zay Flowers.
wait, why did I say Hollywood Brown? Yeah, Zay Flowers. Sorry, Zay Flowers. That was the guy I meant.
Hey, Hollywood was a Raven at one point.
He got drafted first rounder out of their dog, but I was thinking Zay Flowers. Yes. Yeah, just go get Lamar some help. I think obviously they need some help on defense too. They had a brutal defense last year, but I don't know. We'll see what the coaching staff does. new system, so we'll see. But I
Yeah.
could see him going here.
Hey, there was news though. Matabuike might be able to actually return to playing football this year. Had another
Ooh,
neck surgery. It was announced earlier, and it's looking
okay.
more optimistic that he should be able to return after getting that bag by the Ravens. And I mean,
Make it worth it.
I also have the Ravens going offense here, but I do think they address the offensive line by going Spencer Fauno out of Utah, the tackle. Where yeah, he maybe could stick and play tackle for the Ravens, but he also, it seems, is profiled into has that ability to really play anywhere inside this. Maybe not anywhere, but any like guard as well for the offensive line. Where yeah, maybe you throw him at right tackle, and he could be that right tackle of the future for the Baltimore Ravens. If not, you can slide him into guard, and he still projects very well. I mean, you lost your center. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on his name to the Raiders free agency. You just got a little depleted, and you get someone who one of the best offensive linemen in this draft class in someone like Fano, and I think with the versatility he brings as well, it could be huge for the Ravens to just be able to protect Lamar and get some better blocking for King Henry as well.
Interesting. Interesting pick. 15. We got Buccaneers.
Buccaneers.
I'm gonna screw up this name. Penn State. O lineman. Via Vega.
Venga, Venga Ioane.
Boom. Killed it. Um, yeah, I have them going here. Um, I mean, I was kind of just like looking. I feel like O line. I mean, Baker was hurt like for most of the year last year.
Yeah,
This wasn't a great offensive line. A horrible defense. Todd Bowles is back, so again, defense
makes no
offensive line.
sense.
Yeah, he just
Why does Todd Bowles still have his job?
yeah, he's got the best job security in football here. Um, yeah, I think the Buccaneers here. It can't go wrong. Kind of like the Cowboys. It's either defense or O line. I just have them going to O line here.
Yeah, I mean, I do think someone like Kenyon Sadiq is in play for the Bucks here at 15 to get another weapon for Baker. Offensive line definitely as well. I do have him addressing the defensive line here, going to Keem Mesidor, the edge out of Miami here at 15. An older prospect where he's going to be 25 already come his rookie season, but very talented, showed great flashes there at Miami over the last couple years, especially this past season where him and Bain were a lockdown duo there on the opposite edge sides, and you get someone who with that college experience, so you can start him day one, throw him in. I think he could be a 3-down player for this Bucks defense, and yeah, Todd Bowles is fighting for his life. They need to have a good season, or he's gone. I think they're going to do what they can to make sure they make the playoffs, and if you get a day one and possible 3-down starter on the defensive line, where like you said, their defense was not good last year and someone who can apply pressure, I think, get to the quarterback, get some sacks, stop the run. Keem Mesidor would be a good fit here at 15 for the Bucks.
Interesting. Interesting.
What's so interesting?
No, it's an interesting pick.
Explain
We're ahead.
yourself.
It is. I'm just trying to keep it rolling. We're halfway.
You can
through
explain
now.
yourself. It's okay.
No, I liked it. I mean, they're going to keep around Todd Bowles again for another year if they make the playoffs. I mean, you know what? Todd Bowles getting fired no matter what. I think
Unless they win a Super Bowl.
unless they win the Super Bowl, yeah, I think you're right.
He should. I mean, he should already be gone, but that's neither here nor there.
Not our decision to make, Caden. Number 16, I
Now,
have an interesting
I
pick.
was going to say, top half of the draft right here.
There we go. I have your boy, Omar Cooper Jr. here going to the Jets here. Yeah, Caden's favorite player of all time. He said he's going to be
My favorite.
the best wide receiver
My-
on this draft.
He's my number 4, but okay.
Um,
Was he even
Yeah.
on your list?
he was not on my list, no. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's just because he's not on my list doesn't mean.
No, I know.
he's
I
gonna
know.
be
This
drafted.
is different. This is a mock draft, not.
This
I'm
is
just
why
like,
I think I picked him.
you
I
had
don't
no
like
faith
him.
in Omar Cooper.
I don't got faith in him. That's why the Jets are taking him. The Jets going to be taking him. Obviously, we both have them taking defense here at their first pick, so they got to go help the offense. Got to go help out Geno, baby. You got to go help Geno Smith have a weapon to throw to outside of Garrett Wilson and Brees Hall. And I think Omar Cooper is that man.
Hey, I also have Omar Cooper Jr.,
What?
wide receiver out of
What?
Indiana.
You kidding?
Going at 16 to the Jets, where, yeah, I mean, they don't have weapons offensively besides Garrett Wilson, and you get someone like Omar Cooper who could stick on the outside for sure, line up opposite of Garrett Wilson for years to come, where you're not thinking maybe of it really being that beneficial this year. But next year, when you have an Arch Manning, a Lenore Sellers, someone like that as your new quarterback of the future instead of a Geno Smith, a real quarterback of the future, this is what you need. You get those Garrett Wilson, who's already one of the better wide receivers in the NFL, and then someone like Omar Cooper, who has some of the best hands, in my opinion, in the draft. Can one of the a very crisp route runner, maybe not the fastest speed, but really good route runner, good hands, just makes good football plays. And I think it's a great pick because the Jets, they do need offensive help, especially on the skill position side. Because you have Garrett Wilson and then Brees Hall's on a franchise tag. He, it seems like, does not want to be a Jet, so it doesn't seem like they're ever going to be able to come to a contract extension there or anything. So your future right now is just Garrett Wilson, really. So I think if you get someone like Omar Cooper, it just really helps you. Maybe not as much this year, but 100% for the future.
I can't believe they still franchise tag.
I know. That was crazy.
He wanted out of the deadline. Remember, he's tweeting. He's like, "Get me out of here."
Yeah. He's wanted out for a while, it seems like.
It's wild. Anyways, number 17, we're going to the Lions here. Man, they're always hurt, man. I have them here, though, taking offensive line. I haven't taken Blake Miller out of Clemson. I feel like they have all their core guys that they have on that offense. I think building on the line is always never a bad thing. I think defense would make sense. I was thinking about possibly doing either him or that Thielman, that safety out of Oregon. But I ended up taking Miller. Yeah, I think obviously this is going to be our boy Gibson's year to take the reins here, baby. So they got to have some good blockers for him.
Gibson?
Gibson.
Gibbs?
Gibbs, yeah.
I'm like Antonio Gibson?
Dog.
Nah, Jahmyr Gibbs. And yeah, if this is going to be Jahmyr Gibbs' year, I also think they address offensive line. I don't see them taking a right tackle like Blake Miller, though. Because, I mean, you got the best right tackle in football in Penei Sewell. And maybe, he could move over to left tackle. But I don't know why you mess with what's already the best right tackle in football. Leave Penei Sewell where he is. And I still have Monroe Freeland available here. And I think that's exactly where the Lions go here at 17. I mean, Taylor Decker's no longer on the team. So you have a weak spot there at left tackle, your blind spot for Jared Goff. And you're able to bring in someone like Monroe Freeland, who definitely a little more raw of, rather than someone like a Caden Proctor, but 6'7", 315. One of the more athletic offensive tackles we have in this draft, especially the most athletic left tackle. Just, yeah, I mean, he just doesn't have a lot of the experience, but I do think the Lions will be able to build that up, figure it out, and then you get that size and just a true blindside blocker for Jared Goff here, and just another one to help, like you said, our boy Gibbs or Gibson, just really have that true running back number one season without David Montgomery there.
Amen. Gotta go take the North back. All right. Well, my next one, I think you mentioned it.
I feel like we have the same pick here for 18.
I mean, yeah, my boy I just mentioned, right? The one you mentioned last podcast, Thielman, baby.
Thieneman.
Taking Harrison's role.
Thieneman.
Yeah, Thieneman.
There's no L.
You just making me fail, dude. I need a multiple choice. Yeah, I think Vikings. This one's pretty clear cut.
It seems like from stuff we've seen, stuff that's been out there, if Dylan Thieneman is available at 18, he's going to be a Minnesota Viking. He fits that role. He fits what's already been a really, really good defense over the last couple years. Can come right in, be that Harrison Smith replacement at safety. Another white boy. Just slide right in. You might not even notice a difference. And then, yeah, Thieneman, he's got that great athleticism, some good ball tracking skills. Can just play a really good safety position that I think, yeah, if he's there at 18, it's going to be the Vikings pick for sure.
Love it. Panthers, number 19. I have them going to attack defense. And I have them going Emmanuel McNeil Warren out of Toledo. I think you mentioned last podcast, too, about Davion Mitchell coming out of there.
Quinyon Mitchell?
Quinyon Mitchell, holy, I'm on a huge
Davion Mitchell, the NBA player?
NBA.
Heat legend.
Anyways, Heat legend, Kings legend. Um,
He's with the Heat now, but
now he's
I like
now
it.
he's the Heat. Yeah. Either way, Toledo go. What do we call them? The Rockets. What are they?
The Toledo Rockets.
Toledo Rockets. Yeah, I think the Panthers they go
New
after a.
DBU.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. I think they gotta go tax some defense because their defense is not good. And I mean their offense. It's again we kind of talked about it before. It's all about Young and how like I'm thinking about saying his name. I'm gonna say his name wrong. It's Bryce, right? Bryce Young.
Bryce Young,
All right,
yes.
we got it that time. All right. So I don't think there's really anything on offense they could really do to like really at this pick to be like, all right, this is gonna help us out. Um, so I think they go defense. I think Warren would be a perfect little ad here.
I do think Emmanuel McNeil Warren would be a great ad for the Panthers there, but I have them going offense. I have back-to-back Oregon players getting taken here, where you have Thieneman at 18, and then the number one tight end in this draft, in Kenyon Sadiq, going at 19 to the Carolina Panthers. Give Bryce Young another weapon besides just Hetero and McMillan, because Xavier Legette's looking like basically a bust. Jatavion Sanders, he's
Jalen Coker.
whatever. Your boy Jalen Coker, he actually did look good at the end of the year. But I think if you can get a true tight end, definitely it seems like by far the best tight end in this draft class can be just a great blazing speed, especially in the tight end position. Would be a matchup nightmare, especially against linebackers. Just another weapon for someone like Bryce Young, who's over the back half of or like the last maybe 6 weeks of the 24 season, and then a good chunk of last year. It looks like he might actually be the quarterback of the future, at least for the near future, for the Carolina Panthers. So why not try to get him weapons? 100% you're right. They do need to help that defense, but if Kenny and Sadiq's still there at 19, I think it'd be hard for them to pass up. Just get an explosive tight end where you just don't really have that, and try to give your short little quarterback some more options.
Short little quarterback. Double adjective there to describe him. Um,
Hey, he's short and he's little. He's
there.
skinny too.
If he's there, that would make sense. That would make sense. Um, well, my next pick, it's kind of similar. Teammate um, of the guy you went here for the Cowboys here. I'm going to go Colton Hood going over McCoy. I think we see Hood go just because we
So
see
you don't have McCoy gone yet.
No, I don't have McCoy yet. I have him
Okay.
later on.
Spoiler alert! It's a little tease for us.
Yeah.
At some point, Dwyer will have Jamal McCoy go,
Yeah.
but he
He's
has
gonna
Colton
fall.
Hood
He's
ahead
gonna
of
fall
him.
in the draft. Yeah, I am. I'm gonna have Hood go ahead of him. Again, he had a great year. You're drafting him healthy. I think the Cowboys here make the pick. I could see McCoy going here, but I'm excited. I think you're gonna like my McCoy where he's going. Um, either way.
Talk about your Colton Hood though. Why do you have
Oh,
him over McCoy here? Why do you have him going to the Cowboys?
like I said, I mean, we were talking about Cowboys. They need to add defense.
Yeah,
They had a horrible secondary. Can't believe they released Trayvon Diggs. I forgot that happened, kind of.
I mean, he
Um,
just was bad.
he wasn't good. He wasn't good. Yeah, but it
He
just
had that one year with a bunch of interceptions,
that
but it
was
was
it.
like
Him and
he got the
Bland's not even
picks.
that good.
But yeah, both of them, it was like they got interceptions, but if they weren't picking the ball off, they were getting burned for like 40 yards.
Yeah, yeah, you know. Um, so I think they obviously go DB here, and like you said, I think McCoy not being healthy, I think that's going to end up hurting his draft stock because he didn't play at all last year. So, um, yeah, give me Hood here.
Not against it. You spoiled a little bit. A little tease that you had McCoy going later in your first round. I'll give you a little spoiler as well. I don't have Colton Hood in my first round.
What?
I have a couple different quarterbacks, or not quarterbacks,
Oh,
cornerbacks
cornerbacks.
going ahead of him here in the back end of this first round. But I have the Cowboys here. I do have them doubling up on defense, where I had Jamal McCoy at 12, and I think here at 20 they go my boy Keldrick Falk out of Auburn here. The
Nice.
best the best run stopping defensive edge we have in this year's draft class. Has great size, has shown the ability to be able to get to the passer more in the pressure sense than actual sack counting numbers so far. but he's only 20 years old, so still really young. I think he has the ability to definitely turn into a above average, maybe not an elite, but above average pass rusher with elite, in my opinion, could be a run defense, be a really good defensive edge for the Cowboys team, which their offense, it's good enough for them to spend both these first round picks on the defensive side of the ball. I know you had them taking Venga Ioane at 12, but I do think their offense is good enough that it's able to they're able to go defense at 12 and 20 with Jamal McCoy. Then you get an edge in Keldrick Falk here at 20 to really bolster up this defense. And yeah, I mean, I love me some Falk. I think be a good fit here at the Cowboys. Get him on that edge. A little bit of an opposite of Donovan Ezeraku who they took out of Boston College, I think in the second round last year, where Ezeraku is a little smaller, more meant to be getting to the quarterback. Where Falk, a little bigger body there, you can line him up opposite side of him, and he's there, stuff that run, and the stuff he supplies during the pass rush will just be a little cherry on top.
Makes sense. I like it. 21. I have the Steelers taking KC Concepcion out of Texas State.
Texas A&M.
A&M, sorry. Yeah, well. Anyways, yeah, I feel like this team offensively, I think we just saw at the end of last year, they just were so limited on offense. And right now it's Will Howard at QB1. If not, it's going to be Rodgers, whoever it is. They're going to need some guys to throw to. DK Metcalf didn't look great in his first year with the Steelers. I mean, they still have. I mean, maybe it's the Kenny Gainwell show.
Michael Pittman.
Oh, they get Michael Pittman, yeah. That was a good pick, yeah, because they got him like for cheap. But either way, I think they got to go get some young guys here on that to build around because that's a lot of old guys.
Mm-hmm.
So we see our boy, the Iowa kid. What's his name again? Caleb Johnson. Is that it?
Yeah, are they gonna let him play this year? That's my boy.
Maybe he plays, but
that's my boy.
I think Concepcion, whatever his name is, he's gonna get drafted here.
Yeah, I do have Concepcion going in the first round. I don't like him. There's a lot of concerns with the hands. I know we talked about it a couple weeks ago. He reminds me of Jalen Reagor.
You can't have
my NFL comparison for Casey Concepcion is Jalen Reagor.
I mean, yeah, like how could he be a wide receiver and like have bad hands? Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have him going to the Steelers. I do think wide receiver is definitely in play here for Pittsburgh. But I have him attacking the offensive line here, taking the best guard in this draft in Venga Ioane out of Penn State, who you had going a lot earlier, obviously at 12, like we had mentioned. Just, he is by far and away, at least in my eyes, the best guard in this class. One of the best, maybe arguably could be just the best offensive lineman if you took away, positions and, tackles being more valuable and everything than that. Like Ioane is an incredible guard. I think day one starter could be there for the long haul in the future. The Steelers do need some offensive line help for sure. I mean, I know your running backs weren't good. I mean, really, you're using Jalen Warren and Kenneth Gainwell, so it's not all on the O-line's fault, but their run game was pretty non-existent last year. And you bring in someone like Ioane, I think that helps in the run game, helps in the pass game. And if you're the Steelers and you're there at 21 getting the best guard in the class, I think it's a steal for them.
Makes sense. They had a horrible offensive line last year. That was I mean, I felt bad for Rodgers that last game. Either way, our next one we're going number 22 overall, the LA Chargers. I have them taking the edge, Akeem Mesidor out of Miami. We talked about him last podcast, correct?
And I talked about him at the Bucks pick.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the Chargers here, they go here. I mean, they still got Khalil Mack out of Buffalo. He's getting older.
Yeah.
That team. It's
still not bad, but he's definitely older.
They're getting really old. They're a weird team. I think John Harbaugh here, they go attack the defense.
Jim Harbaugh.
Jim, sorry.
Yeah, I think the Chargers were praying that Venga Ioane fell to 22 because every year they just need offensive line help every single year.
Always hurt.
Because, I mean, if injuries are turned off, they probably have the best tackle duo in football with Joe Walton and Rashawn Slater. But injuries exist in our world, and they are always hurt. And then their guards are bad. While they have two amazing tackles, their interior offensive line is bad. That I think they were praying someone like, yeah, think of Ioane fell there. Maybe, they go and guard here. Maybe they take a Chase Basantis out of A&M. But I have them going defense just like you. I have them going edge just like you. Except you took my boy, Akeem Mesidor. I'm taking your boy, TJ Parker. Out of Clemson, I think very good edge rusher. Just missed out on my top 5, on our list that we did last week. I think he was I don't remember if he was your 4 or your 5, but he was there for you. And I think it's a good pick because not only, like you said, the offensive line obviously needs a lot of help, but so does that defensive line. You have, Khalil Mack. He was still good last year, but he's getting up there in age for sure, and you don't really have much else of hopefulness for some of the other guys on that defensive line. You're hoping you could get one of the better prospects here, and you do in TJ Parker to really help just try to add pressure to a quarterback in just still a very good division in the AFC West. There we go. Where you still have your Bo Nixes, your Patrick Mahomes, and hey, even your Fernando Mendozas. We'll throw him in there just because he's going to be the number 1 overall pick.
Hey, we don't know if it's QB1 yet. It might be Kirk. It might be Captain Kirk.
Hey, maybe for the first half of the season. It's actually kind of what it seems like. But
yeah, so we're in agreement there. Number 23, the Eagles. Making news sounds like A.J. Brown's going to be gone, but I don't have them. Oh, it's your squad. Yeah, your squad.
Post June 1st, A.J. Brown is going to become a New England Patriot, and it's going to be incredible.
Dude, we called that. I mean, I know for a fact I called this on the podcast. He's going to be there.
I mean, people have been saying that for years. I know I've said this plenty of times on the pod. A.J. Brown wanted to be a Patriot. Yeah. He grew up a Pats fan. He thought he was going to be drafted to the Patriots in 2019. And then Bill Belichick's like, no, we're going to N'Keal Harry. Ahead of DK Metcalf and A.J. Brown.
Good pick, dude. It was a good pick. Anyways, we got the Eagles up right now. I have them taking Caden Proctor here out of Bama here. Offensive line's getting older, man. Lane Johnson's getting up there. We actually saw him miss snaps this year. I think he missed games, didn't he? I don't know.
I think so.
Either way, I think obviously the way they play with Jalen Hurts, they need a good offensive line. It's going to be running a lot. And I feel like big physical guy here. I feel like he'd be a perfect kind of fit for the run game that they have. So give me Proctor here at 23.
Yeah, I like Caden Proctor. I just think, you mentioned Lane Johnson. Lane Johnson's a right tackle. Caden Proctor's a left tackle. Just going to throw that out there because I have them taking it. I also have Eagles going offensive line. I have them going right tackle. Maxie Inachor out of Arizona State, where he's a little bit more of a raw player, someone kind of like a Monroe Freeland, but he's got amazing size, just like someone like Monroe Freeland. He's a little bit raw. He didn't start playing football, I think, until he was in high school, is what I saw. But 6'6", 320 was really good for Arizona State last year. Really athletic, has the ability to be, I think, a really good right tackle. And you take him here because, you don't need him to play day one. If they take Caden Proctor like you were talking about, they don't need him to play day one because Lane Johnson is returning for this year, but you probably think he might be missing a game or two this year. You're able to have Iheanacho learn behind what has been one of the best, if not the best, O-lines of football over the last handful of years. So you take someone with a little bit of a project, but has extremely high upside, and someone with the Iheanacho, I think could be a really good fit with the Eagles to help build for that future past Lane Johnson.
Fly, birds, fly. I like it. Go Birds. It's funny because my next pick is him. The Browns are going to be taking Max. You said it again.
Iheanacho.
So
you have the Browns going a right tackle instead of a left tackle. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. That's what I drew up, man. I guess I should have looked more at the position.
And the Eagles going left tackle when Lane Johnson's the question mark and he's at right tackle.
Yeah, I should have looked more at that. Hey, man, Draft hasn't
Hey,
happened
could
yet, but
happen.
we'll
Yeah,
see. It could happen.
very
I
well
just kind of
could.
looked at rankings and I was like, I wasn't really thinking like their actual current either way. Probably should have, but I have them switching up here.
Hey, it's okay because at 24 I have Caden Proctor.
What? We gotta have a
Be-
bet.
because
He goes higher.
because I do think it the Browns with their 2 first-round picks, they want to go wide receiver, offensive tackle, and there's talks that they might even be going Caden Proctor as high as 6. And I think
What?
if they take Carnell Tate there at 6, they hope either they're able to get either a Monroe Freeling or a Caden Proctor here in the back end of the first round. And I had the Lions taking Monroe Freeling, who maybe has a little higher upside, just not as polished of a player as Caden Proctor. I mean, Caden Proctor, ginormous human, 6'7", 350. I think maybe even 360 at the combine. Just an insanely huge human. He's still, I mean, he's got some stuff to work on. He's still a very good left tackle prospect. I mean, it's him and Monroe Freeling as the top, at least in my eyes, the top left tackle prospects we have in this draft. I think in a lot of people's eyes as well. And Proctor, yeah, great, huge guy. You throw him in day one. He's your starting left tackle to protect whoever your quarterback is. Him, I think you're extremely happy if you get him and Carnell Tate as your 2 first-round picks.
100%. I think the Browns would be ecstatic. We had the Bears, right? Yeah, the Bears. All right.
Bears.
The Bears. Here we go. 25th overall pick. I think they're going to be going with a defensive tackle here in Caden McDonald out of Ohio State. This Bears defense, I think it's any Bears fan will probably say they probably should go attack defense first. Maybe all line.
Are you calling yourself a Bears fan today with the Bears hat?
No, I just grabbed it. I wanted to wear a hat. That's why I went
You need to get a Colts hat.
I know. I'm. There's not as I don't like the selection so far that I'm seeing, but when I see something I like, I'm gonna get it. I haven't liked any Colts hats so far.
Okay.
Either way, this Bears defense, I feel like their biggest problem last year was the run game. Everyone ran on them.
Yeah.
All game. I don't think their pass defense is like great by any means, but I think it's better than their run defense. So I think if they're able to do that, I feel like that would help out the pass defense. You know, because it's like, all right, can't run the ball, we got to pass. You know, so I have McDonald here coming in and being the Bears pick.
I like that. I do think he's definitely in play there for the Bears at 25. I have someone who you already had get taken coming in here at 25, and that's Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, safety out of Toledo. I think you have someone like the Bears who, like you said, their pass defense wasn't terrible last year, but it also just was not good. And you lose Kevin Byard in the offseason, you lose some other guys in the Patriots.
Oh, you sneaky dog.
Yeah. Lose a couple other guys in the secondary this offseason that I think it's definitely an area they want to attack. And if McNeil-Warren's still there at 25, I think it'd be hard to pass up, especially because he's definitely, I mean, I know, keep kind of harping on it, like safety, it's not as valuable of a position as some of these other ones, but it's not an incredibly great defensive tackle class. And I don't know. I mean, Caden McDonald, I think, is definitely the best defensive tackle we have in this class. Just be interesting to see what the Bears value more, because I think they could go either way. I do think it's defensive, just like you said. I just think they're going to put a little more value in that secondary with McNeil-Warren still sitting there at 25 and take the Toledo Rocket there.
Woo! Like it. Go Rockets.
Go Rockets.
Number 26 for the Buffalo Bills. I have them taking your boy Kendrick Falk at edge here.
Keldrick.
Oh, man. Oh, God. Thank God nobody watches. Anyways, yeah, dude, this defense wasn't good. This Bills team, again, for the 10 billionth time, they need a lot of help.
Yeah.
I think Falk, your boy, I think he'd fit right in here. Go get some pressure on the quarterback, kind of make everybody else's lives a little bit easier here. Yeah, and I think like you said too, he's a good win now piece.
Yeah, I mean, I like that. I'd Falk going earlier, obviously. I haven't gone an offensive skill position here because Josh Allen needs weapons. Khalil Shakir can't be your number one wide receiver again. And this is where I have Casey Concepcion going.
Makes sense.
I think this is where the Bills. I think it's between him, Denzel Boston here at 26, and I think they take the speed threat over the jump ball threat with Casey Concepcion here. Have him go. I have my concerns with him. I know a lot of other analysts and scouts and stuff are a lot higher on Concepcion than I am. I mean, there's been stuff where people mocked him even going in the teens, like early teens of this draft class being the third or like around the third wide receiver off the board, which, yeah, it could happen. I have him being the fifth wide receiver off the board. I think, 26 here, the Bills. I think the Bills go receiver here. Try to give Josh Allen an actual weapon that's not Khalil Shakir or maybe for 3 or 4 games of the season, Keon Coleman actually being good at football.
DJ Moore, don't forget. Big pick.
My bad, DJ Moore.
DJ Moore.
My bad. You have DJ Moore, and then you can pair him with Khalil Shakir and Casey Concepcion.
Yes, sir. There you go. Now you're speaking. Now you're cooking. All right. We got number 27. We're getting down to the end here, Caden.
Yes, we are.
I got Edge TJ Parker out of Clemson here going to the 49ers.
Your boy.
I mean, yeah, this is my boy. My child. Look what they've done to my boy. No, yeah, I think TJ Parker here, I think he fits nice with the 49ers. I think the 49ers need some help on defense. They're always hurt. Can never go wrong with an edge rusher here. I mean, maybe, I don't know. It's just a weird part of the draft, Cade, and I don't really know, man. TJ Parker.
Yeah, no, I think the Niners attack one of the lines here at this pick, either offensive line, defensive line. I have him going defensive line just like you. And it's a guy who was not in either of our top 5 for edge rushers last week, but someone who I said was very interesting and has been shooting up a lot of draft boards, and that's Malachi Lawrence, the edge out of UCF. Really good player, has shown, some good size, some good speed, and he's been shooting up lately after having, good pro day, having some good measurables and stuff. It's looking like he's going to go maybe higher than maybe a lot of people might think. And I think he finds himself sneaking into the back end of the first round here with the Niners, where, you have Nick Bosa. They took Mykel Williams last year, but Nick Bosa's always hurt. Mykel Williams was hurt last year during his rookie season as well. I think you get someone like Malachi Lawrence just adding to it's already a good defensive line, but you just keep adding, making it better, trying to keep it healthy. And someone like Lawrence, I do think, could be a very productive impact player year one.
Yeah, 100%. I think we're in agreement there. Number 28, we got the Houston Texans. I have them taking Chase Batantis.
Basantis.
Bisantis.
B-I-S.
Bisantis.
Bisantis. Wait. Bisantis. Bisantis.
Yes. You got to protect the quarterback that can't throw the football. Because if you can't throw the this is the thing. They want to draft some O-line here, so they give Stroud some time, so it makes him look so bad. So he has a lot of time there in the pocket to throw it and just suck. But no, yeah.
Or maybe when they take Chase Basantis, because that's also who I have.
What?
That it makes CJ Stroud look a little more like his rookie year. Because you still have, now I'm drawing a blank on his name. What's their number one wide receiver?
I thought you were talking about the lineman with the gas mask.
No.
Who is that?
No, who's their? Are you talking about the gas mask?
Who's the gas mask guy?
He's with the Commanders now.
Oh,
he's the Commanders left tackle. Yeah, he was traded to the Commanders. He's the left tackle. He's really good at football.
Like the best.
Dude, he's one of the better left tackles. Yeah,
he gets a lot of penalties though. I remember that.
Laramie Tunsil.
Yeah. Shout out.
Come on. He was on your fantasy team last year, Dwyer. Who's the Texans' number one receiver?
Tank Dell?
6'4".
Tank Dell? No. Oh,
Tank Dell
Nico
like
Collins.
thank
Nico
you, Nico
Collins.
Collins. So when you bring in someone like Chase Pasantis to the Texans, we're losing it here with Houston.
Friend of the show.
They're able, I mean,
Bison Fist.
because they got interesting receivers with Nico Collins, and then you could still have Dalton Schultz, Jaden Higgins. Like you got some interesting guys there at receiver that give Stroud some time with Basantis, help that offensive line, and see if he can maybe go back to that rookie year Stroud. Or you're right, maybe give him some time just to show how bad CJ Stroud really has become, and it makes it a lot easier to move off of him in the offseason. Either way, it seems like offensive line's the play to see what you got with Stroud.
We like this guy. He's gonna be good no matter what. He's gonna show whether or not Stroud's bad.
Yeah, we like Bisontis.
We love Bisontis. All pro rookie year.
Oh, pro. Hey, I like.
All
Hey,
right.
all rookie, PFF all rookie first team guard Chase Pasantis. We're calling it now.
Love him. Where's he out of? Texas
A&M.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got the Chiefs picking at 29, but not because they finished good this year. It's because the Rams did.
Because of the Trent McDuffie trade.
That's right. When that trade happened, I never heard of the guy before that trade. Like I didn't know he was like one of the better quarterbacks.
What do you mean you've never heard of Trent McDuffie?
Never heard of him. Like
You watch all the football.
I watch all the football.
You're like me. You watch all the
I thought
football.
Their boy Snead was like the guy, but then he got traded.
He's a Titan.
He's a Titan now.
Well, I don't know if he still is a Titan, but
I feel like
he was traded to the Titans a couple years ago.
Yeah. Either way, Chiefs are picking here. They gotta get a replacement for McDuffie, right? This is where we go.
Yes, they do.
Avion Terrell.
Avion Terrell.
Terrell here out of Clemson. I think this is the guy. He's gonna pick up. He's gonna take the spot right here. I love it.
Hey, Avion Terrell, Trent McDuffie replacement here at 29. Well, he's probably doesn't have the side to be an outside corner. Trent McDuffie didn't really have the size to be an outside corner either. Avion Terrell I still think is one of the best ball hawking type of corners we have in this draft class. I mean, we both had him in our top five. I think, was he both our number fours or, I mean, I know he was my number four, but might have been your five. Either way, we like Avion Terrell. And I think he could be a very, very good corner. Just not on the outside because of his size. An elite inside corner. And be that Trent McDuffie replacement for the Chiefs, who lost a lot of secondary this offseason. I do think they double up. It's interesting because they very well could go. You already had him going offense at 9 with Jordan Tyson. I think it'd be interesting. They very well, I think, could go like Denzel Boston here at 29. But I have him doubling down on defense just like I did with the Cowboys. And I just think you get someone like Avion Terrell, be that McDuffie replacement, be just a really real impact player day one.
Couldn't agree more, buddy. Couldn't agree more. All right, 30th. The Cardinals. How did they get that?
The Dolphins.
Oh, it was the Dolphins?
Not the Cardinals. It's the Dolphins.
Oh, man.
The Jalen Waddle trade.
Why do I have the Cardinals?
Got the Dolphins. Why do you have the Cardinals?
Oh, this kind of screws up my pick. I guess I'll
Hold on. I'll go first. Let you rethink some stuff because it's the Dolphins picking
I
here.
don't think Ty Simpson's going here.
No. I got the Cardinals or not the Cardinals. Now you have me saying the Cardinals. The Dolphins at 30 who got this pick after trading away Jalen Waddle. And then I had them taking Mansour Delaney at 11. We both did. And this is where I think, it's not technically a Jalen Waddle replacement, but it kind of is in a way. And after you give Malik Willis basically $68 million in free agency, you need to find a way to see if he's actually going to be your quarterback of the future. You can't do that when Malik Washington's your number one wide receiver. So I do think they go wide receiver here, get that weapon for Malik Willis, and that is the best receiver still on the board here in Denzel Boston. What would that be? The 6th wide receiver I have going in the first round here, where he's got good size. He's 6'4", doesn't have that burner speed or anything, but definitely the best jump ball wide receiver we have in this draft class. I think Boston fits really well. Can be that actual target for Malik Willis with him and Devon Achane in the backfield that can help see if Malik Willis actually is your future right there at quarterback for Miami.
Wait, you said who?
Denzel Boston.
Oh.
wide receiver out of Washington.
This is just bad.
Why'd you have the Cardinals?
I don't know why I had the Cardinals. Um,
You had a trade. We're not doing trades. It very well could be, maybe the Cardinals trade back to 30 and take Ty Simpson there. It's possible. But this is a no trade mock draft wire.
that's true.
Respect the rules.
Clearly, yeah. And this is why ChatGPT sucks because I go to ChatGPT and I'm like, hey, who do you think goes number 30th overall? And it gives me Terato McMillan out of the Panthers. I'm like, what?
Yeah, Tedero McMillan, who was rookie of the year last year.
And it's like Quishon Junkins. I'm like, oh well, that's not helpful.
I mean, it's the Dolphins. You also had them going man sort of lane with their first pick. They needed some help at receiver. Could probably do some offensive line help.
Can I go Boston with you? Is that
Boston?
okay?
Yeah, you can go Boston with me.
All right. Cool.
Make sure to change that on your Google Doc for the graphic.
Yeah, I gotta make sure that's right. Okay.
Because it's the Dolphins at 30 with Denzel Boston.
Is the Patriots though, right?
31 is the Patriots and 32 is the Seahawks.
I wanted to get to this one because there's one name I'm forgetting, kid. I haven't said that you said a long, long time ago. Mr. McCoy, baby. He's going to fall down to 31 to the Pats. People are going to be scared off in the injuries.
Yes, please.
And he's going to fall.
Yes, please.
He's going to fall, and this is where the Patriots, they're going to be getting AJ in June. They don't need another wide receiver or anybody. They can go boost up him and Gonzalez.
Dwyer.
A beast secondary.
The best quarterback duo in football. That would be incredible. I know people, it seems like they're getting maybe a little more scared of McCoy. I don't really see a world where he falls to 31, but in your world, I want to be in it. Because Jermon McCoy, Christian Gonzalez, that is an incredible duo right there. Incredible, incredible. But I don't have that, obviously. I had McCoy going at 12. So, 19 picks earlier. And this is where I have the Pats, helping to try to get that offensive line better, which was not great in the playoffs at all.
Really good.
And I do think this is where they get their right tackle of the future, where you got Jared Wilson now moving from left guard to center. You got Will Campbell still at left tackle. You got one of the better right guards, one of the best right guards in football in Mike Nwenu. And then right now you have Morgan Moses at right tackle, who's fine. He's a very good veteran presence in the locker room. Really showed throughout the Fortune Foxborough documentary how big of a veteran presence Morgan Moses was for the team throughout the offseason last year and throughout the season this year. But I do think they draft his replacement here with a tackle who has fallen. And, I do think, and I have it being Blake Miller, the tackle out of Clemson. I think you had him going a little bit earlier. I forget exactly where, but I have Blake Miller going here to the Pats. I mean, really good right tackle, one of the better right tackle prospects we have in this draft class. I do think it is very possible the Eagles could take him at 23 over Ian Nachor, and if that happens, I could see the Pats taking Ian Nachor here at 31, because I think unless somehow Jamal McCoy's there, edge rusher might still be in play. Maybe someone like Malachi Lawrence. I hope it's like Cassius Howell. He's got really short arms. It's probably a designated pass rusher. He's weird. I just hope it's not him. But someone like Ian Nachor or Blake Miller, I think, could be huge for what's trying to be a revamped O-line, young O-line, which has some potential. And if Blake Miller falls to 31, that'd be incredible. I'd be fine with Max Ian Nachor too. But in this draft idea, Nachor going to the Eagles, so that makes Blake Miller going 31 to the New England Patriots, right tackle of the future.
Alrighty. Man, so what do you think happens to Will Campbell?
He stays at left tackle. That's his position.
Just testing you.
I think you forgot.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Last pick of the draft, Dwyer.
Wow.
Or the first round. Not of the draft. This ain't 256 or whatever,
this
but
is crazy here. Craziness. Yeah, so we got the full circle here. I mean, I don't know. What do the Seahawks even need? What do they even need?
A lot. Not a lot, but they lost a lot in free agency.
They did. But I'm going to
Because they gave Jackson Smith and Jigba all of the money.
Rightfully so. But who's gonna be the running back going into the year? Oh,
Zach
he
Charbonnet.
tore his
If he's
ACL.
healthy. Oh, yeah.
We don't have one,
Jadarian Price? Do you have Jadarian Price going at 32?
bro. No, our boy Washington Jr. or whatever, out of Arkansas.
Yeah, I mean, Jadarian's get drafted before him, but
Either way, no. I have Zion Young on a Mizzou.
I like
Which
Zion.
I feel like I've seen him on a lot of boards going high, and I'm like, all right, I think they just take the best player available because they can.
Hey, I'm not against. I have also going defense like you. I do think it's possible. Like it's definitely possible, especially in this week or draft class, that we see two running backs go in the first round, and that being Jadarian Price at 32. I don't have that happening here
Whatever
because
happened.
I think the literally last year.
From the same team?
No, not from the same
From the
team,
same, from
but
the same
two
team. Has that
first
ever
round running
happened?
backs.
No
Not
way.
that I don't.
That's
I don't know
crazy.
about all the history. Probably not. I have them going secondary though, because I mean they lost some good pieces of their secondary in free agency, and like I said, I don't have Colton Hood going first round. That's because I have our number 3 corner Dwyer, Chris Johnson, out of San Diego State, going at 32 to the Seattle Seahawks. He's got the size to stay as an outside corner at like that 6', 6'1", 190. Just really good defense. I mean, keeps his eye on the ball, doesn't commit a lot of penalties. I mean, we talked about it last week. Just an all around good corner. He's our boy. We like him. We had him
We love him.
above Avion Terrell. We had him above a Colton Hood, a Brandon Cisse, a couple other guys that I'm drawing a blank on off the top of my head right now. But I just think Chris Johnson's a really good corner, and he's also been kind of, as this draft's been getting closer, seeing like kind of like a Malachi Lawrence, someone who's very possible to sneak into the first round in this back half here. And while yeah, maybe Colton Hood would be the safer pick for me here, maybe more likely. Base the back end, take a couple stabs with the Malachi Lawrences, and then the Chris Johnson here at 32, which I think would be a great fit for the Seattle defense.
I love it. Caden, I was just thinking as you were explaining our last picks, we should have a competition. We should do who gets. We should have a point system. Like, if our player gets picked, that's 1 point. If we call the player and where he goes, like the right pick, same team, is like 3 points. You know what I mean?
So if you're saying like if a player gets drafted to the team we
We
called,
just okay. Let's say he's a first round pick. Yeah, like Arnell Reese. Let's just say he goes fifth. The Giants. No, neither of us had that, but all right, he got picked. We called him as a first rounder. We get 1 point. But if he goes to the team that we called, then we get 3 points. You know what I mean?
okay, yes, I like that. So like yeah, let's say the Cardinals trade out of 3,
We're,
but like let's say they trade with I don't know, let's say they trade with the Commanders.
mhm.
Commanders are now at 3, Cardinals are now at 7. Cardinals still take Maui Noah at 7. I get my 3 points.
Yeah,
And then you would just get 1 point.
yeah.
I like that.
Hmm.
I mean, a lot of these picks will be getting us 1 point,
Oh, without a doubt.
but yeah, you get to the back end. We'll see about
Oh,
a
like 10
Malachi
odds, that'd be
Lawrence,
crazy.
a Chris Johnson, Denzel. I mean, we'll see if. I mean, I had 6 wide receivers going in the. I think you. Well, I mean, we both had 6 wide receivers going in the first round.
Yeah. I
Well,
know.
yeah, we'll see. The teams are going to be what make it more interesting because, yeah, Mansour, Delane, Jamal McCoy, Bain, Bailey, all these guys are going to go early. It's just can we get the right team? I like is 1 point if it's the correct. If they go in the first round, 3 points if it goes to the right team we called.
In the
A little
comments
Untouchaballs
below,
competition.
write down who you think's gonna win, how many points they'll have.
Yeah, which mock draft did you like better, mine or Dwyer's?
Make sure to tell your friends. All right, that's your job.
It's my job.
That's your job.
Well, yeah, we did it, Dwyer. The draft tomorrow. So it's going to be an exciting time. Always love NFL draft season. I'll never forget when we were in McCook having to watch that and during a rain delay
Watch it in your room, buddy.
during a game, and you were in my dorm room and you somehow bet on Michael Penix's top 10 at like 20-1 because you're a psycho and you hit that shit.
Yeah, folks. Bet on me.
Bet on me. So maybe Dwyer will win it. He knows some things, I guess. Anything else before we depart today, lad?
No, I'm excited. I love the NFL draft. It's so much fun.
It's awesome.
It is, and especially when there's
Just
gonna be trades because it's like,
there's
oh,
gonna be a lot of trades.
dude,
It's
because
like
you like see it happen.
that's what's gonna mess up our thing a lot, is because
Oh,
there's
we're
gonna
gonna be
be
good.
a
We're gonna
lot
be
of
good.
trades.
Yeah, like you said, I think we're gonna get a lot of. Yeah, we should have like who gets the most players in the first round and then overall. You know what I mean? It'd be
Yeah, I
interesting.
like it.
Next
Well, thank
NFL
you guys
pod.
all for watching today's episode. Yeah, actually, yeah. Next week we'll do a little NFL draft recap.
We are.
We'll have our baseball. Hey, you
We
just
love
said
our
next
NFL
NFL
draft.
pod,
We love our NFL draft.
dude. Why not?
Okay.
We're gonna have you another baseball episode later this week for you
Woo.
guys. First one in a couple weeks, and then early next week we'll do a draft recap, and then later next week baseball. Just get back into the baseball flow from there. Do some more NBA playoffs as the next round start with more Finn in there. I know Ev loves talking his NBA. We're gonna
Good
just
buddy.
keep making him and making him.
I
But yeah,
I talked to HR.
we don't have that.
Uh,
I'm HR. You're talking to me.
help me.
Thank you guys all for watching today's episode of the Untouchable Podcast. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Comment, who do you guys think had the better mock draft? And what do you guys think will be the biggest draft riser and faller in the first round and just overall of this year's NFL draft? Turn on post notifications to never miss an upload of the Untouchable Podcast. And share this with your friends, family, strangers, neighbors, anything like that. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.